Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy. Today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite picture books. I promised that in my newbie tag, so let's get into it. The first one that I have for you is Llama Llama Red Pajama by Dewdney. This is a sweet rhyming story about a little llama who goes to bed and then wants his mom to come back up to his room. It's a simple, easy book. It's great for preschool age and toddlers because the rhyming is just very lyrical and fun, and it's a simple, easy read. Anna has also published, since this book, some more Llama Llama books, and I can link those below if you're interested in them. But if you have little ones, this is a fun one to read. An oldie but a goodie that I'm assuming most people have read because it was published, let's see when it was originally published. It was originally published in 1936, so definitely an oldie. And that is The Story of Ferdinand by Munro Leaf, drawings by Robert Lawson. If you don't know the story of Ferdinand, Ferdinand is a bull who's supposed to be a bull fighter in the matador ring, and he just loves to smell the flowers and can't be bothered to be aggressive, and it's just the things that happen to him and how people tried to get him to do what he was bred to do. And it's a sweet, sweet story. I think they're making it into a movie as well. The illustrations in it are black and white, which is kind of fun. You don't see that very often now in children's books. So if you haven't picked this one up or don't have this one in your children's collection, I think you should definitely add this one. This next one that I have was published recently, and it's gotten a lot of hype in the children's literature world, and that is Gaston. Words by Kelly DePucchio, pictures by Christian Robinson. This is an adorable story about a French bulldog who ends up being a part of a little poodle family and kind of sticks out a little bit, and how he learns how to be more poodle-like and the antics that follow. The illustrations in this story are absolutely adorable. I could not believe how sweet this story was. I actually made my husband listen to it because I was so excited when I bought it. I would say this one's probably better for primary. It's a little bit longer, but if you have a little one who does like to sit through books and is a big reader, this is a fun one for them as well. This book I have is so close to my heart. This is actually the copy from when I was a child. My parents have actually inscribed it from, let's age myself a little bit, 1995. And that book is Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney, illustrated by Anita Jerem. This is a very popular book. It's gotten lots and lots of acknowledgement throughout the years, and I want to say there might even be a TV show now that I think about it. But if you don't know, this story is about Big Nut Brown Hair and Little Nut Brown Hair, and they're just talking to each other about how much they love the other one. Please excuse my phone. And the illustrations in this book are so sweet. They tell each other I love you to the moon and back, and so many other sweet things. If you have little ones, I think this is a must-have in your library. It's an easy read. Almost all kids love it, and it's just near and dear to my heart. The last three books that I have here have come from a place that is not your typical book purchasing scenario. They are all from Usborne Books, which is a company that operates through independent consultants. And despite the extra effort that it takes to get your hands on these books, I think it's totally worth it. The two of them, or no, I think all three of them, yes, all three of them are from Kane Miller Publishing, which are sold exclusively through Usborne Books. And it's a wonderful, wonderful resource, especially for teachers. And they have books for kids of all ages, and it's a lot of fun, and they're really sweet. The first one that I have is the Gobble Gobble Moo Tractor book by Jez Alborough. Jez Alborough is one of my favorites who publishes through Usborne. This is a sweet, sweet story about farm animals who are pretending to drive the tractor and using the different sounds that they make to mimic the sounds that a normal tractor would make. And it's a darling story. I read this one recently in my classroom for Farm Week, and the kids adored it because they got to help me say the sounds and kind of interact with me a little bit. So this is a great one to pick up if you talk about animals or farms in your school or at home a lot. It's a darling, darling story, and the illustrations are really good too. The next one I have, I absolutely adore. I found this book when I was at a teaching conference, and again, it is through Usborne Distributors, and that book is Waiting for Winter by Sebastian Moser, please excuse my pronunciation. This is the most darling little story about a squirrel who wakes up mid-hibernation and decides to wait to see what winter is going to look like, and specifically snow, because he has never seen it. And through his antics, he wakes up some other critters, but oh my gosh, the illustrations in this book are stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I cannot gush about this book enough. It is so sweet. Definitely of this group of books, my favorite illustrations. If you're going to pick up any book from Usborne, have this one be it. It is just too darling not to add to your collection. And last but not least, I have a great book for toddlers and pre-K kids, and that is I'm a Dirty Dinosaur by Janine Bryan and Ann James. This is a sweet, sweet story about a dinosaur who likes to play in the mud. And the reason I love this story so much for my preschool kiddos is because you can interact with them while you read it. So at different points, he does different things in the mud and talks about what he does. So like, one of the things that he does is taps his belly like a drum. And so when you turn the next page, it's tap, 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 tap it like a drum. And I was able to make hand motions and they got to say that with me, and they just absolutely adored it. It was a lot of fun. And if you need a book to have on hand, if you need to get the wiggles out of them every now and then, this is a great one to do that with. So that concludes my first installation of my favorite children's books, and it's by no means all of them. I kind of just went through my collection that I have here because a lot of the books that I read are obviously at the school that I work at. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope that if you liked this video that you like it, and if you loved it that you'll please subscribe and come back for more. Happy reading! It's way easier than 15 chapter books, I'll tell you that much.